She wrote poems soaked in longing, pages that bled his name. But he responded in silence. This is the haunting love story of Amrita Pritam and Sahir Ludhianvi, a story where words connected souls but life kept them apart. Stay with me as we explore the most poetic yet painful love story in Indian literary history, a story of verses, cigarettes, longing, and the one man Amrita never stopped loving, even after marrying someone else. Amrita Pritam, India's first prominent female Punjabi poet. Bold, fierce and unafraid to pen her pain. Sahir Ludhianvi, an Urdu poet and lyricist whose words touch millions. Mysterious, reserved and famously elusive in matters of love. They met in Lahore before partition. She was already married, unhappily. He was younger, magnetic, and his poetry was like fire to her soul. Their connection, instant, intense, but unspoken. Amrita once said, "When Sahir would leave, I'd collect the cigarette butts he smoked and place them carefully in an ashtray. As I sat at my desk, the smoke rising from those leftovers would mingle with my verses." That's how deep her love was. Quiet, unreturned, yet constant. She never hid it. She wrote about him. She spoke about him. Her poetry was soaked in his presence. But Sahir, he never fully embraced her publicly. Maybe it was his fear of commitment, maybe it was ego, or maybe he just wasn't capable of that kind of love. Their love remained in letters, silent meetings, glimpses at literary events, never more. Years later, Sahir grew close to another poet, Sudha Malhotra. This broke Amrita. For the first time, she realized she wasn't enough for him. But instead of bitterness, she poured her heartbreak into more poetry. She left her unhappy marriage. She chose her freedom. But Sahir still never chose her. She once said, "Sahir's silence had a voice louder than words, and I kept listening to it all my life." Later in life, Amrita found companionship in Imrooz, a painter. A kind man who adored her, lived with her, cooked for her, and shared her silence. But even Imrooz knew. Amrita's soul still whispered Sahir's name. When asked, she confessed, "Imrooz gave me the life Sahir never could. But Sahir gave me the poetry no one else could." Even after Sahir died in 1980, she kept writing about him. Even after her death in 2005, their story lingered in verses, letters and unsaid words. Some love stories burn quietly. They don't ask for a happy ending. Amrita and Sahir's was one such story, a tale of longing so deep it bled across lifetimes. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Legends of Love, where true love lives on in words and history.